Now, before telling about border and coastline, can you see here I have given 2 star marks because I missed to write something. Here I have written about the size and population of this continent. I am telling it is 6th largest, but size wise means in square kilometer how much, that one you have to find out and write it. And the population also. That population figure in million also given, that one you have to find out and write down this side. So one thing I just want to say, this continent Europe, it is the third most populous continent, means after Asia and Africa. So you just find out their figure and then write down after this Arctic Circle one, these two. Okay, then our next topic is border and coastline. Europe, this continent actually is called Peninsula 1. You know the meaning of peninsula? Peninsula means a landmass which is bounded by water from 3 sides. And one side it is bounded by land. So in case of Europe, we can see this kind of features. 3 sides of this continent is bounded by water and one side land. So you have to find out name of those water bodies and that land. I have written here the cardinal direction, north, south, east, west. You just find out. Suppose north. In the northern part of the continent, water body or landmass is there. South, what actually is present. So like that way you have to find out and write it in your copy. So here one thing I want to say, Asia, the largest continent, this largest continent and Europe, they are actually completely attached. And I am telling you, Asia is located in the eastern part. So eastern part is bounded by the landmass and that is Asia. So they are joined. So these two continents together called Eurasia, Europe and Asia. But with the help of some natural features, physical features, one mountain like Ural mountain and one water body, Caspian Sea, these two natural features divide these two continents. Okay, so Europe and Asia, these two landmasses are joined, but with the help of these two physical features, they are separated. One is Ural mountain, another is Caspian Sea. Okay, next, one more information I want to say, the second largest continent, Africa, that one is situated south of Europe and that one also very close to Europe. But still they are not joined because of a very narrow channel of water which is called Strait of Gibraltar. I think last year you have learned what is strait. So this narrow strait divides these two continents, Europe and Africa. So this thing you have to find out. Now the coastline. Coastline I have written indented, means like our teeth, not very smooth, very much irregular, like this kind of shape. So this continent is bounded by water from 3 sides, but one side I want to mention, western part where Atlantic Ocean is situated. This side is indented type. Okay, means not regular, and this kind of shape actually gives or forms one type of landform, that is called peninsula. If we talk about this land, it is one of the peninsula. These 3 side water, one side land. Done. That's why Europe continent is famously known peninsula of peninsulas. I repeat, it is called peninsula of peninsula because Europe itself a peninsula, and due to the shape of this kind of coastline, many peninsula forms already here. That's why it is called peninsula of peninsulas. Next, some important water bodies. Except these major water bodies which we can see the 3 sides of the continent, many important water bodies are found here, means in the surrounding areas. I have mentioned the name, what type of water bodies they are, like bays, gulf, sea, lakes, everything. You try to find out their names given in the book. So that is your part, another homework. These are the important water bodies possessed by the continent, bays, gulfs, seas, lakes. You just find out and write it in your copy. And the last part, last information, that is about island. You know the meaning what is island. Island means a small land which is bounded by water from all sides. So meaning you will write and then you will write some examples. That is also your part. So these are the important information, introductory part of the Europe, you can say. That one I have given you as your homework. You try to find out and write it in your copy. One more homework I have given, that is European nation and their capitals. You prepare this table. This point number 5, this homework you don't write in your copy. You just follow the book, page number 72 and 73. Two big tables are there. Different countries with their capitals, with their areas. But area, population, don't prepare. You prepare only nations and their capitals. These two columns. Many are there. So take your time and prepare these two tables. Okay. And the last and the most important part, our today's topic, political division. So this part, student, with the star mark I have written, you can see, you leave this one now, because this portion I will give you. If you follow the book, many information given under this political division. So I will make it small, short, and then I will give you after reopening the school. So now you please don't ask me question from this political division category, okay? Because political division 1 I will make it small for you, which is not possible to say through this video. So after reopening the school I will discuss this part. Okay, now you leave this part. Rest of the part you prepare. So now physical part. So now students, after political division, our next topic is physical features. So on the basis of different features, actually Europe is the small one. I'm not telling the smallest one, but small continent, 6th largest continent. It has different features, many varieties are there. Mountain, plateaus, plain, many variations we can see here. So on the basis of that concept, we are getting these 4 categories. The Northwest Highlands, Alpine Mountain System, Central Plateaus, and Great European Plains. So here one rough diagram I have done. If it is, suppose this box is the Europe and north, south, east, west cardinal direction I have mentioned. So roughly I tried to explain. Northwest Highland means this corner. Okay, Alpine Mountain System, but direction not given. That's why here I have written complete southern part from east to west it extended. Alpine Mountain System. Actually this mountain system here, many ranges of mountains we can see. It's a young full mountain area. All mountains are recently formed. That's why it is called Alpine Mountain System. This portion, central means the middle one, central plateau area. And I think you know the difference between plateau, mountain, everything last year we have learned. And this portion is Great European Plains. You know students, plain basically developed due to the work of river. So number of rivers we can see this portion. So Great European Plains develop here. So these are the rough one. Here you can follow the book, nicely given. So I will suggest you, when you will read the chapter, you follow this map. This map, total green portion is the plain area, that's why it is green, good for vegetation. This portion, only this much area, is the Northwest Highland area, which is the old one. It consists old rocks. Orange portion is showing central plateau, and can you see these black lines? These lines are showing Alpine mountains. Many mountains ranges there. Up to this portion it extended from here to here. So these are the 4 physical divisions. So when you will read this chapter, always definitely you just follow the book. So next, one work I have given, you can say it is your homework, but not a written homework. Now don't write anything. Now you just prepare it from the book, from the text. First, you have to find out the location. One example I am giving you about the Northwest Highland. If you follow the book, it is given nicely that Northwestern Highlands are also known as Scandinavian Highlands. Its northern part is known, it extends from Norway, Sweden, northern part of Scotland, Wales, and Iceland. So this is the location. So these are countries are coming under this area. I repeat, that is Scotland, Wales, Iceland, Norway and Sweden. So like this way you find out the location of these 4 different physical features. And now here I have written ABC. What is the meaning? What is the meaning of this one? Actually, if you follow the book, some general features about each category given in the book. Lots of information given. If you are able to prepare everything, most welcome. I don't have any problem. But from my side, I have given only important one. That is your choice which one you will prepare. So Northwest Highland, if you follow 75 page mark, A, B, C, D, many points are there. I have marked this one, A, B, C, E, F. First you read all these points from all these categories. If it is not clear, you can ask me through WhatsApp. Alpine mountain system, if you follow page number 78, many features, key features of different mountain given. That much you just prepare, plus location, definitely. Central plain, definitely first location, and then you will prepare A, B, C, D, E. Page number 77 you will get. Great European plain, this one, A, B, E, F, G, page number 76 with location. So that part you just prepare from the book. If these points are not clear, you can ask me. But here I want to say about the Alpine mountain system one thing. It's a Yangful mountainous area. So here highest peak is Mount Elbrus, which we can see over the Caucasus mountain range. Highest most area of Europe you can see. And the broadest range of mountain is Alps. Broadest one is Alps, and Alps also contain a very sharp peak, pointed peak called Mount Blanc. But that one is not the highest one. Highest one is the Elbrus one. So these are the small information you have to know about it, and you will get it from the book. So first you read this much. Which one I have written here? You read it very clearly, carefully, and mark your doubts. And if it is not clear, then ask me. Okay. Now the last part of the chapter, rivers, about the water bodies. Before starting rivers, once again I want to say student that physical features you prepare, you read it from the book. Okay, but when you will read, follow the physical map of Europe, which one has given on page 74. With the help of map, you can read it very clearly or nicely. Now the river part. I have done one table. This is the homework part, your part. You will do it in your copy. You will make this table with these 4 columns. First column, name of the rivers. Then next column, originating point. Second, third column, draining point. And the last one is important features. Okay, so you have to fill up this table, all these columns. And the rivers, I have mentioned name. Few rivers which are located, which are flowing over there in Europe: Volga, Danube, Rhine, Rhone, Thames, Vistula, Don, Dnieper, Elbe, Seine. So I didn't get space, that's why here I have written. So total this number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these 10 rivers you will write, then try to find out their originating point. Some of the information you will get from the chapter. If you don't get the information, then follow the map. Page number 74, again once again I want to show rivers given. Here you will get the originating point, and here you will get the draining point. Otherwise information given on the book, if you don't get, then in that case you can follow the map. So here you will write the originating point, here you will write the draining point, like Volga's originating point, Volga's draining point. And now what is the meaning of important features? In the important feature in this column you will write its length, if it is the longest one, smallest one, whatever, if this information given, that much you will write. So that is important features. So in case of important features, if you get all, very good. If you don't get, if you get few one, so that few one you just write down. It may happen, because some extra rivers I have given here, so it may happen that all important features are not given in the book. So no problem, you can leave that part. Which one you are getting, that one you just write down. About its length, longest, smallest, whatever the size, that is its important feature. And originating and draining must. Once again I say, if you get it from the text, good. If you don't get, then find out it from map, which one given on page 74. Done. And the last part, that is the lakes. Actually Europe has the most number of lakes. One of the country, that is the Finland has 5,000 lakes. That's why this country is called land of 1,000 lakes. And here Lake Ladoga I have mentioned in Russia. It is Europe's largest freshwater lake. So it is important your information for short time. So this is the physical features part. You prepare this much, and now I am going to give you some homework. Okay, now the last part, homework. But before that I want to say one thing. To fill up this table, river 1, you can see the page number 80, a nice map given. I am writing here page number 80. You follow one map given where we can see the distribution of water bodies. So you will get this information, originating and ending point of each river. Okay. And now the exercise part, discuss the following box. Page number I have mentioned 73, 78 and 81. You can do it in your in the book directly, but with the help of pencil. And from exercise question number 6, I think it is about true false. That one also you can do in the book with the help of pencil. But this question 1 and question 5, question 1 is very short one and question 5 is the give reason type of question. These two you will write in your copy. And which number you will write? In case of question 1, A, B, C, E you will write, and from question 5, A, B, C, D, all 4 you will write. So this much your homework. And for political division already I have given you some homework. Everything you just do it in your copy. And physical part I said to prepare. You prepare. If it is not clear, then you can ask me. Okay. Till then, have a nice day.